All right, so here are the on your own problems explaining all of that. So this first one, well, you could really, if you really wanted to, you could separate it out. So 15 over 25 times 1 over x, right? So this becomes 3, 5, so you get 3 over 5x. Your excluded values are 25x equals 0, so you get x can't be 0. This next one, 1 over 11, 4, so you get 1 over 11 to the x over 4. Your excluded value, 22x to the 5th equals 0. So anytime you're just left with a monomial and with an x that equals 0, your excluded value is always going to be x can't be equal to 0. So that's a little trick that you get for watching the on your own video. So that's that. Next one as well, x, I just get x over 12. And as I said earlier, you get 12x equals 0. If it's a monomial, your excluded value is always going to be x can't be 0. This one's not bad. Remember, these are best friends, binomials, so you can't go up and down. But because I have x plus 5 over x plus 5, these can cancel out over 1 and 1. So it's just 1. My excluded value is x plus 5 equals 0. Because of a binomial, I do have to solve. So you get x can't be equal to negative 5 as your excluded value. Next one, but you see how I have two groups of x plus 1 on the bottom. So if I were to cancel this one out, I would just be left with one group. So you get 3 over x plus 1. My excluded value is set the bottom equal to 0. So you have x plus 1 equal to 0. Minus 1 minus 1, you get x's can't be equal to negative 1. Okay, two more problems to go over. This on your own problem as well. Factor the numerator denominator separately. So factor the top, I could take out a GCF, right? And if factor the bottom, I could also take out a GCF, and you get a minus 3. And then my a minus 3's can simplify. I could also do this, 1 and 2, right? So you get just 1 over 2a, which is really nice. Okay, but my excluded value, you get 4a squared minus 12a equals 0. I could factor that. I could just take what I did earlier, and you get what? 4a times a minus 3 equals 0. So you get 4a is equal to 0, a minus 3 equals 0, you get a equals 0, and a equals 3. So I would just put a slash mark as signifying those are your excluded values. Last one. All right, you guys made it this far. Awesome. This last one, if I were to factor this, x marks the spot, negative 16, negative 6, negative 8, 2. So you get z minus 8 times z plus 2 over 8 minus z. So this is similar to 2a, right? As I could tell, this is very close to this one, but let's factor out a negative 1. So you have z minus 8 over z plus 2 all over negative 1 times z minus 8. And then you can cancel these out. So you get z plus 2 over negative 1 and get negative z minus 2 as your simplified version. But remember, you also always have to find your excluded values. You get 8 minus z equals 0 plus z plus z. 8 can't be equal to z, or you could just write z can't be equal to 8. So hopefully the on your own video helped you guys out. Please, please, please don't ever do this, okay? Because every time you do this, a kitten will die. Just kidding, a metaphorical kitten, not an actual kitten, because that'd be kind of sad and morbid. But please don't ever simplify like this. So hopefully you guys are doing okay. And if you still have questions, feel free to let me know, and I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. See you guys.